I have some exciting stuff going on right now, and I just drank a coffee for like the first time in a long time, so I'm really amped up and very talkative. So I'm ready to tell you guys about a bunch of things. First of all, if you've never tried a cold brew from Starbucks and you don't drink coffee, then just know it will amp your ass up, and it's kind of great. It's kind of fantastic. So yeah, I'm really excited. So I had, just starting off, this is gonna be all over the place, I can tell. My brain is so like, right, it's just like freaking out right now. It's excited. I haven't had coffee in a long time, and my brain's real excited about it, okay? So, anyway, I went to Starbucks and I got their new Irish cream cold brew, and it was really, really good. I got a tall because I don't drink coffee anymore, and I'm glad I didn't get anything bigger than a tall, because God knows what would happen right now if I just drank a grande coffee, because I could drink a tall and I'm freaking amped up. So if I drank a grande or venti, could you imagine? So anyway, tomorrow I'm going to see SmackDown Live, which I'm super excited about. I'm not even like a super big wrestling fan, but okay, so my boyfriend Derek, his dad is dating a lady named Tammy. Tammy is also a dog groomer. She's awesome. Love Tammy. Tammy's daughter is Lacey Evans in the WWE. So if you watch the WWE, I am kind of almost related to Lacey Evans. Like, it's like my boyfriend's dad's girlfriend's daughter is Lacey Evans. So anyway, because Tammy, since Lacey is her daughter, she can get free tickets to go to shows, the WWE shows. So anyway, SmackDown is coming to Fayetteville, North Carolina tomorrow. So we are going to go and watch SmackDown, front row in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and I am so excited. I haven't watched wrestling since I was a little girl. Here's a little side story that has nothing to do. If you're here for grooming, let me just tell you, this is the wrong video. If you're here for grooming shit, this is the wrong video. So if you want to sign out now, go ahead, because I'm about to start talking about wrestling and how I used to love it as a kid. So if you're not interested, then goodbye. So anyway, when I was a kid, would you like to take a guess as to who my favorite wrestler may have been? It was Lita. Are you surprised? And if you don't know who Lita is, go look her up and you're gonna fucking laugh, because it's pretty obvious that she was like my role model when I was a kid, because she had bright ass red hair and tattoos, and I thought she was the coolest fucking thing in the world. I wanted to be Lita. I thought she was so cool. And I still to this day, like even when I see like Lita stuff to this day, I still get that like same feeling of when I was a kid, and I just loved her so much and I wanted to be her. Like, yeah. So anyway, I feel like that, I know for a fact a big reason for the way that I am right now is because Lita was such a huge role model to me when I grew up. I just thought she was such a badass. Like, she did these cool, like she did the Hurricanrana move, and she did like a moonsault, and she was just so cool. I just thought she was like the coolest thing ever. So anyway, when I was a kid, all I wanted in my life was red hair and tattoos, and I just wanted to be Lita when I grew up. And yeah, Lita wasn't a dog groomer, but you know what's ironic though, is Lita is not a wrestler anymore, and now she does work with like a senior dog rescue, and she like promotes rescue with like senior animals and stuff like that. So she works with animals now. So how ironic is that the wrestler that I liked ended up being a huge animal lover? I mean, you know, it's like I knew. I mean, she didn't even talk about animals, but it's like, listen, me and Lita, we were on the same wavelength, okay? Maybe one day, especially now that I know Lacey Evans in the WWE, or secondhand know her, I guess. Now, maybe one day I'll meet Lita. That would just make my whole life, y'all. I wouldn't even know what to do with myself if I met Lita. I would freak out. But anyway, so, long story short is, I was heavily influenced by the WWE when I was a kid. I stopped watching it probably, okay, so Lita, this is so funny, she turned heel in like 2005 or so. I think she retired maybe in 2006. I can't remember, or maybe when 2006 is when she came back. I don't know. Either way, they had Lita turn heel. If you don't, the real story behind it, and they actually made this into a storyline for the show, but basically what happened, if you watch WWE, Lita was dating Matt Hardy. That was a real life thing. They were really dating. And in real life, Lita cheated on Matt Hardy with Edge. So basically it turned into this whole thing, ultimately Lita and Matt Hardy broke up in real life, so they had to break up on the show, and they decided to make the storyline real and have her cheat on Matt Hardy with Edge on the show, and basically had Lita turn heel. I really hated her heel character and like what they did with her after that. It just sucked, and I stopped watching because she was the only reason I really watched, I think. So anyway, not that anybody cares, but I'm just letting you know why I stopped watching wrestling. But regardless, I used to love wrestling. Like, I grew up on it, wanted to be Lita so bad, like was convinced I was going to be a WWE wrestler when I grew up. So it's kind of like a full circle moment. I never once thought I would ever be able to go and be front row for SmackDown ever. And it's crazy. Like, maybe one day I could go backstage and I could meet some of my favorite wrestlers. Like, that's just so surreal to me. Like, it's just not something I ever expected to happen. I never thought I would know anybody that was a WWE superstar. Like, that's insane to me. And Lacey is cool as fuck, y'all. If you don't know Lacey Evans, like, you have to go look her up. Like, she is a badass. That woman is a fucking badass. Like, it's funny because, like, they don't have her... Like, I feel like in real life, Lacey could take every bitch in that back room besides, like, Ronda Rousey, who's, like, a trained fighter. Now, there are some, on WWE Next, there's some trained fighters, too, some MMA, like, former MMA girls that are now wrestlers. They could probably kick, like, Lacey's not a trained fighter, but Lacey is former military, and, I mean, this bitch, she's been, like, pepper sprayed, tased, all that. Like, this bitch, she has no fear. Like, she talks about how now, like, being thrown through tables and shit, like, that's nothing to her. Like, you know, because she was faced with situations where she could have died. So, just being thrown through a table, that, you know, it's all pre-planned and shit. Like, it's very different. So, anyway, Lacey's a badass. She does a lot of stuff for the military, so if you are a fan of the military or you're a veteran, please look into Lacey Evans, because she is freaking awesome. And like I said, before she did WWE, she was military. So I just think she's such a cool person, such a great role model, and she just really shows that if you work your fucking ass off, you can be anything you want, you know. And she never had interest in being a WWE performer. I think she started wrestling when she was in the military. I'm sorry. I think she actually wrestled when she was in, like, high school, and then ended up going into the military, and then she maybe wrestled there. I don't know, but somehow she ended up on the WWE Next, and then she ended up moving up and was on... First, she went to Raw, and she had a whole feud with Becky Lynch. And then recently, the last draft that they did, she switched to SmackDown. And now she's got a thing with the SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley. So that would be really cool. I'm sure her and Bayley will have something happen while we're in Fayetteville tomorrow. So that would be cool. I'll definitely film some stuff for you guys. Anything I can get away with. But yeah, it's just so cool. Like, so cool that I'm just gonna go and watch SmackDown and be front row. It's like, I don't know, childhood me would be freaking out right now. Granted, I don't know a lot of these new wrestlers because I did stop watching, like, over, like, probably almost 15 years ago at this point. So it's been quite some time since I've watched wrestling. So some of these new people I don't know as much, but I still think it's going to be so fun. And I mean, hell, like, why wouldn't you go to SmackDown for free? Okay, so anyway, enough about wrestling, because I know there's, like, maybe one person that follows me that might care about wrestling. I don't know. We're dog groomers, and I just looked at my audience on YouTube earlier this morning, actually, and 98% of my audience is females, and I just have a feeling that most of y'all do not give a shit about wrestling. Actually, most of you I probably already lost by now. But if I didn't lose you, then you get to find out the really cool news, which is that I have spoken to Nomadic Tales, who is Joe, or Jordan, Nomadic Tales on Instagram. She just got a Wagon Tails van about, like, maybe 2 months ago or something like that, very recently. And that bitch is killing it, you guys. She is killing it. She texted me the other day. She made almost $1,000 in one day, y'all. In one day. Are you up? Bitch, sign me up. So anyway, I'm going down January 1st, and I'm going to do a whole video with her all about the mobile van, any questions you guys might have, all about it. We're going to take a tour of the inside. We're going to have her tell us the ins and outs of it. She's cool with being on camera. She's camera shy, y'all, so y'all be fucking amazing to her. y'all better be really fucking nice to her. If I see one mean comment, normally I don't delete mean comments, but if y'all are mean to Joe, I swear to God, I'll jump all over you, okay? Real protective over my friends. I know y'all won't. Y'all are the best, and I know you would never leave mean comments, but anyway, Joe, like I said, I'm asking her to step outside of her comfort zone to show this van to us and to be on camera and show it to us. So anyway, we're gonna be real respectful to Joe, and yeah, I would also really appreciate it if you guys go follow her, support her. You know, she's doing us a huge favor. It's a big enough deal that she's allowing me to come down. She doesn't know me. We've only spoken online, so it's a big deal for her to just let me come down there and rack her brain, and she's already let me rack her brain so much about mobile. And, you know, the fact that she's letting me come down there and she's going to show me her van, and she's going to have her mom, who helped her get the van, is going to also be there, and she's going to speak to my mom, because my mom might be helping me get my van. That's kind of why we wanted to go down there and talk to her and just see, because, you know, if you haven't looked into the Wagon Tails van, you have to put, I think it's like $10,000 to $15,000 down on this van. And I don't know about you, but I don't have $10,000 to $15,000. And it's probably going to take me a while to come up with that. So if I want a van anytime soon, I'm definitely going to need help from somebody. But if I can do what Joe's doing and make the amount of money that Joe is, then I could pay that money right back and, you know, make it worth it. So anyway, I'm really interested to talk to Joe. My mom's gonna come down and talk to Joe's mom, and we'll probably all go out to lunch, but we'll do some really cool videos. I'm gonna get her to tell me the ins and outs of the van. I want you guys to comment down below if there's any questions you have about the van that you would like to see me talk about with Joe. Please let me know. I'll make sure to do some what's it called, the answer things, like on Instagram, where you can, like, you know, you can have people like put in a question or whatever. I think that I will do that because I want you guys to be able to ask questions too. It'll also probably help me because you guys may think of some things that I didn't think to ask. So anyway, please let me know if you have any questions about the mobile van. If, in case you're curious, Joe has a Dodge Ram van. Okay, so that's the van that we're going to be looking at. I personally am going to probably be getting the Ford Transit van. That's my preference. Everybody's going to be a little bit different, and in another video we'll go a little bit more into why I want the Ford van. Maybe we'll even do that with my boyfriend, because he's the mechanic. He's the one that's helping me with all this. So anyway, maybe get him to come in and explain why the Ford van is the best choice for me and for what I'm looking for. Maybe he can talk a little bit more about other vans. We'll see. We'll see if we can get him on here. But yeah, so that's going to be really big. That's going to be really exciting, and I think that's going to be such a great video. I think so many people are truly so interested in mobile, and I just think we all owe Joe a huge fucking thank you for doing this, and for being so open and transparent with us, and for letting us see her van and telling us all about it, everything that we need to know. And she's just been great. I mean, I just have to give her a huge shout out. She's been fantastic. Any questions I've had about mobile, she's gotten right back to me as soon as she can, and I know she's busy as hell. And I get busy, not even like Joe busy, and, you know, I have trouble responding to you guys sometimes. So the fact that she's really taken time out of her schedule to help me with any question I've had has been really huge. And the fact that she's willing to get on camera and tell you guys about it is really huge to me, and it means a lot. So anyway, go follow Joe, tell her I said hey, or that I sent you, and yeah, I hope that you guys are looking forward to that video, because I can tell you that I am. I also have some other videos pre-planned, some fun ones coming up, so it's just been like a good time. I think, like, since I haven't felt so stressed and overwhelmed recently, I've been coming up with better video ideas. It's not so like thrown together last minute. It's just been a lot of weight off my shoulders, like running my own business, and like you would think it might not be that way, that running your own business would be very stressful, but I just think previous work environments that I've come from were so stressful that, like, just running my own business is like a cakewalk. Like, making my own schedule just changes everything. So anyway, I've just been really happy recently, and I was just feeling really good and amped up off of that coffee. I feel like I'm kind of coming down a little bit. I'm not so amped anymore. But anyway, just want to update you guys on that. Maybe we'll do some videos tomorrow on SmackDown. If they aren't on here, then just make sure you're following my Instagram. I noticed that a lot of my traffic that's on YouTube is not coming from Instagram, so make sure if you're not following my Instagram that you go follow, because that is where you'll see more of my day-to-day stuff. Like today we did that coffee that I had. It was my first time trying a cold brew from Starbucks, and I did that over on my Instagram. I talked about it more over there. So I do some different content. I want to give you guys incentive to follow all of my channels, not just my YouTube. So sometimes I do special things over on Instagram, so make sure if you're not following my Instagram that you go follow. It's at Grooms by Janine, spelled exactly like it is over here on YouTube. I think I even use the same picture for my profile picture to try to make it real easy. So make sure you go follow. We do a lot of fun stuff on Instagram. I always make sure to keep my story up. It's very rare that I don't have a story going on Instagram. And I post the most regularly there. That's my favorite platform. But I do really enjoy YouTube. YouTube has been so much fun recently, especially in these last few weeks. I've just like had so much fun with the videos, and I think that's like really showing in the videos. I don't normally even watch my videos back, but I've been rewatching my videos and really enjoying it. So yeah, I hope everything's been good with you guys. I am on the way home from my mom's. We just hung out for a little while and went and spent some time with her dogs and all that. But yeah, I'm on the way home, and like I said, tomorrow we are going to SmackDown, so I'm really, really excited. I think I might go home and maybe take a shower, get my hair done and stuff, so that way it's just ready to go tomorrow. I don't have to take a shower in the morning. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I love you guys so much. I cannot wait to share more with you about the van. I'm getting really excited. I really, really want my van, and I want it to work. And yeah, I could go on and on about why I prefer the van, but we'll talk about that in another video. This one's already pretty long. We're up to 16 minutes. So I hope that you guys are having an amazing day, whatever day it is that I happen to upload this on, and I